All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adept Icarus Discord. Can't figure out why I'm getting so many echoes here, but that is my problem, not yours. So today we're going to talk about the. We're going to do some dev stream work. Myself, Will Munn, M. Earhart, and I'm going to let you talk for a sec, man, while I work out this echo situation.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. My name is M. I go by she, her pronouns, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty cool. Pretty neat. Not as neat as Will, of course, but I've been super excited to work on this very cool game called by the Ensis Trials. I think that while I'm stalling for time, I'll go ahead and just read the little intro thing we've got for Vi. So just in case you're new here and you don't know what the hell this is. So welcome to the multiverse. 22 dimensional realms await you, each with their own people, mystique, and culture. As with any civilization, fortune and prosperity ebbs and flows in these realms. When a dark age arrives, it takes a powerful artifact and champion to turn the tide to herald a new golden age. Dark times call for illumination, and beacons are the brilliant lights guiding their realms. Players act as wise and powerful beings with the knowledge and skill to embark on the Ensis Trials. They seek the sword known to aid the legendary ascension of many a champion, igniting the fires of change. Legends often focus on champions. Your story, however, is that of the guide behind the scenes, shrouded in mystery. Taking on the role of mentor, as Merlin was to Arthur Pendragon, Morpheus to Neo, or Chiron to Achilles, beacons face trials to deliver the sword to Ensis to their champion. Form a pact, vie for Ensis, and set your realm on the path to a new golden age. That's the game we're working on. This is the game that we hope you are excited to play because we have had a hell of a time designing it. How's your echo situation, Will?
I think it's great.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing, right? So yeah, we've been working on this for quite a while now, since, sometime not long after the beginning of 2023. But that doesn't really mean much. What is cool is, I think, for viewers, if they're interested in the game and what we're creating here, is that we've actually done a lot of playtesting, but we're in the process now of doing some more long-running playtesting. So we're actually meeting really regularly with a group where we're kind of going through, continuing to do more trials as part of Vi and see what that all looks like. And it's been a lot of fun. We've learned a lot, and we continue to adjust and adapt. I think I tried to go with adapt, but that is not a word. So adjust and adapt the game to be more fun and better, more streamlined. So making good progress there. That's not really what today's about. So we've kind of done a lot of that heavy lifting, and we've been doing it over time. But one of the really interesting things about Vi is because it's a multiverse game, and like the introduction mentioned, there are 22 different dimensional realms, each one of them represented by one of the major arcana cards in a tarot deck. We've been doing these sessions with members of the Adept Icarus Discord, where we just pick one of the cards that we haven't figured out a realm for yet, and we've been running another game that Adept Icarus publishes called Arium Create, and we've been using Arium Create to collaboratively build all the concepts for those realms with folks on the Discord server, which has been super fun. And also, like, just a note, if you're not on our Discord server, you should join our Discord server because it's a great place where there's all kinds of fun things happening. And, you can also keep up to date on what's going on. You can ask questions, talk about stuff. It's really good. Lots of fun. So anyway, um, what did I miss? What else do we want to talk about? Anything? Do we want to show them?
Yeah, I think we should probably show them the realm that we're working on today. That was
Yeah,
group created from that Discord. I put a link in the chat. If you don't join, we personally offended.
yeah. Um, this. Oh, This is all the ones that we've made so far. So if you look on the YouTube channel, you can see the sessions where we created the realm for, or we did the rules and design work for the Emperor. Those are on there. Then you've got Temperance over here to the right. And then up at the top, you have Judgment, which is one that we just recently did. So maybe expect to see some more dev sessions coming up where we go through that one. It turned out pretty interesting. I'm excited when we get to that. But today is about Temperance. And so maybe, I don't know, should we go through and just talk about at a high level what this is one more time?
Yeah, we probably should. Because it's been a minute.
Yeah. You want
Mhm.
to kick us off?
Yeah, I definitely will. I'm pulling up the Arium over here so that I can like read it a little bit better.
Sure.
Okay, Temperance. So, of course, we always start with our Lucuni. That is stuff that does not belong in our game. We took out some other things that we have really strong realms already based on. So stuff like Gothic horror, cyberpunk, seafaring. We've got a lot of really cool realms already built. So we wanted to make sure we didn't have any overlap. Every single realm should feel completely unique. But the cool things that we decided to take out of this one is like big emotions and also waste because we wanted to keep sort of true to the temperance card theme, which is really all about like moderation, like accommodation management, that sort of things. If you look at the card itself, can you give us a zoom on the card, Will? There is
Yeah.
like the person that's pouring from two different cups, right? Because everything is very
Oh, yeah.
balanced.
Sorry. There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, it's and that's kind of the theme of this one and what we sort of leaned into. So we decided to keep together with like the moderation and go with this solar punk theme because people are living with harmony with the world around them. But also we wanted there to be dark undertones even though overtly this is going to be a peaceful society. Everyone here has a supernatural connection to everyone else where they are empathetically bonded. They can feel each other's emotions, which we thought was going to be very cool.
Hmm.
So people live in the sky, up off the ground as much as they can because they reserve the world for growing their mint crops, which helps keep everybody very calm. When your emotions can be inflicted upon other people, making sure you keep an even keel is the most polite way to handle that kind of situation. So
It
we
was
have.
really interesting because we actually started doing some playtesting of a trial in this realm
Mhm.
already. I mean, we haven't developed the rules for a character in the game to be able to be here from here yet, but we do have, like, we spent quite a lot of work, putting this all together in a state that I think made it really easy to start running a trial here.
Mhm.
And that component played really heavily into what was going on for the characters coming
Oh
from
my
somewhere else who
goodness.
had no control over their emotions, right?
And had no idea even that they were inflicting their emotions on anyone else because we didn't have any knowledge about this place. You get to start with a certain amount of knowledge about realms, and temperance was not on anybody's list. So we walked in with our big emotions, all cheerful and happy, and people were like, "Whoa, settle down, settle down." So we had to be calm. Do we want to just actually read the description that we wrote for this realm?
We
I
totally
realized
could.
partway through that we wrote this out, all these details that we put in so far,
Yeah.
is written
I think the
into
only
a
things we won't.
summary.
Yeah. The only things we won't super cover are probably like the people and goodies part, but I think
Mhm.
that's a great place to go. Do you want me to share the screen to the other?
Oh, we absolutely could.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Okay. Would you like to read this or should I?
I suppose I could read it. Let's see. Let me make sure that I've got the right thing here. So we're talking about Temperance. Yeah, so Temperance. Every realm in Vi has a golden age and a dark age, and this is the basically just the description about the golden age of this realm, and it's pretty lengthy. We actually wrote all of this on stream last time. So if you want to see how we kind of came up with some of this and how it evolved as we talked about it, you could go back and watch that session. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just read it real quick. So, life here is serene in Temperance. The three suns orbit the planets of Kala, Sphere, and Menth, providing warmth, energy, and sustenance for the prize crops of the realm. Hung in precarious balance, these three planets share an atmosphere with Temperance University in common. Each specializes in their own produce and method of flight. Kalaeans specialize in magical flight inherited from their ancestors. Feathered wings of a multitude of shapes and colors adorn the shoulders of these people as they seek to increase the mint yield and shepherd their flocks amid jagged canyon walls and windswept cliff tops. That's a mouthful.
It
Windswept
really
cliff
is.
tops. Those two words are hard to say together. Okay, it's good. The mystery of Minth is ancient and shrouded in magic, and the broken shards of this planet are also where mint was first discovered. In an untamed cataclysm of the fated past, a third of this planet crumbled into shards. Unable to traverse between the floating islands, Minthians forged an alliance with the Fae to bond with animal companions. The practice has been kept for eons, enabling them to fly freely across the broken landscape of their planet. The meticulous landscape of Spear is surrounded by a mechanical ring. The people of this world yearn to join the other two planets, and their shared ambition drove them to discovery. They were the first to launch ships and the only planet to develop solar powered wings so that they might soar with the other inhabitants of this realm. On the ever rotating ring of Spear, scientists work endlessly to find new ways to harness the power of the suns. In modern Temperance, the people conserve the land for crops, living in prudently sized gold and white trimmed solar ships, gliding through the ever warm skies. The inhabitants of this realm face a unique challenge: empathetic attunement. Connections between the people are both a blessing and a curse when their every feeling is broadcast without a filter. Managing the range of highs and lows is vital when your disposition can affect everyone around you. This intimacy is a shared affliction, with emotions impinging on the space and sanity of the community. In order to combat the weight of too many minds, homeships can house a mere 81 residents. Thankfully, the inhabitants have been granted an herbal remedy, mint. Once these plants only appeared around mysterious stone henges, but now these massive crops cover the surface of all three planets. Mint permeates the air, the food, and the very water in a concentrated effort to bring balance to the populace, and many thank the Fae for this blessing.
This is why I did quotation marks around summary.
Yeah.
This is so long. I love it. All of the details are so important, but damn, that's longer than I think any other world we've done.
Yeah. I think we talked about maybe moving some of this information to become like more secret information that isn't
Yeah.
necessarily all known up front. But I think that's pretty cool. Well, we also have this section here about, the different planets, because what we decided as we were talking about this is that each potential beacon from this realm could be from a different one of the planets.
Which I love. It gives a little bit of customizability to the realm itself. Honestly, I don't know which one I would pick if I was to choose which planet between Kala, Spear, and Menth.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all kind of neat. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a really, I don't know. I never cease to be amazed at what people will come up with when you give them, just a little bit of Like you do a little bit of constraint and say, hey, these are the things that aren't there. And then, okay, now blow it open and put whatever in you think makes sense and talk
Hmm.
about it and vote on it. It's just, it's
It's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, very cool. Should we read those options?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to hit them?
Yeah. So if you're from Kala, you have the option to have bird wings. Congratulations. What do they look like and how do they fly? So I think uh in our last session we had a condor. I think if I was gonna be from Kala, I would choose like peregrine falcon wings for like the quick dive.
Mm-hmm.
Spear, you have solar wings. Congrats. Unfortunately, they must be charged, and you won't always have access to sunlight on every trial. The oracle may prompt you to test luck to use your wings in any trial where there is no sun to see if they still have juice. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then, Menth, you have a friend with wings. Congrats! Your bond with an animal companion allows you to fly. What kind of animal are they?
Nice.
Yeah, they're all good options.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then we decided that this is an essence heavy realm. So we have two different, we have a paired attribute in Vi called essence and no, I can't remember. Shoot.
Endurance?
Endurance. Yes, thank you. Essence and
My
endurance.
brain stopped working for a
I know,
second.
mine did too. We changed the name of it a while ago. So, essence and endurance, and essentially every person who is from a specific realm has a predisposition toward having either more essence or more health, depending on kind of their upbringing, their background, all that type of stuff. So, in this case, everybody from here has extra essence and not extra endurance. So, yeah, it's good. And then we also put down some ideas for powers, which I think came from some of the ideas on the. I think we actually pulled in everything in terms of names.
Yeah, I think so. We have like a concept for each one. We just have to really flesh them out.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Where do you want to start?
I always feel like enemies are a good warm up.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do some enemies.
Okay.
So we have our first enemy is Olas Ebor, Guardian of the Fey Shrines. Then we have Tinavel, a wise Fey. We have Professor Ummel, secret radical power source advocate. And we have Sandra Pritchner, head of the government's quality control, a ruthless sorter. Ruthless sorter who believes in an elite level of temperance.
Oh, Sandra.
I know.
What I like about this is that if you don't have a player from a realm like this, you can absolutely just pull these characters out for the Oracle to use as NPCs.
It's true.
Hmm.
It's true. I think we'll probably include some of the other characters from the realm as well in the Secrets of the Realm when we get to that
Totally
point.
agree.
But yeah, goal today is to get so a character in Vi basically is going to have one of each of these things. They can easily be randomly determined by drawing cards from a tarot deck, or they can also be chosen if they want to choose directly from each of these four options for each. Yeah, four options for four areas: powers, items, troubles, and enemies. But everyone gets an enemy and everyone gets a trouble, just like everyone gets a power and everyone gets an item.
You gotta have that immediate buy-in to the realms.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, do you have an enemy that's calling to you that we should start with?
Um. Well, I definitely have thoughts about Sandra Pritchner, as you might imagine.
I can
Um,
imagine. Should we start there?
we could. I don't know. How did Sandra Pritchner come across in our session last week?
Kind of bitchy. I
Eh,
loved it. You
yeah,
needed, she just felt like very rigid and like just extremely committed to the rules.
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we could add this to her name.
Yes, we definitely could. Quality control.
Yeah,
Sandra Pritchner, QC.
yeah. She got along kind of well with our beacon from where are they
Justice.
from? Justice? Yeah,
Yeah, which
yeah,
is
that's
really
right.
cool because those two cards are supposed to interact very well together. So it made absolute sense. Katie was a genius in how she played out the connection with Sandra because, like, I feel like a lot of people would be like, "Ugh, this rule-abiding person's so annoying." And yeah, it was just very like a very smooth connection. I liked it.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay, so they're head of the government's quality control. Very good. What else? What else about them?
Well, usually what we talk about with enemies, they're not necessarily mechanically like linked to a character in any particular way.
Mm-hmm.
We have some ways that that all enemies can interact with characters and potentially impact them. But I think what we need to think about here is there any other like built-in reasoning why a beacon might be at odds with Sandra Pritchner? So we could add some of
Mm.
that. We could add more description about her specifically if we wanted to. But where's the conflict? I guess that's what I'm looking for.
Man, well, if she believes in an elite level of temperance, potentially the beacon could never meet her expectations.
Yeah, maybe from a small child, even right? Like they
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't quite keep enough control.
Now, just do you think that quality control refers to crops or the quality of like life between groupings?
Or even the quality of temperance, right? The
Yeah.
quality of emotional control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I mean, the other thing that's interesting about enemies is you want to give enough, but you also want to leave some space for the player to put their own stamp on the enemy a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit of a fine line to walk.
We could say something like whether your mint farm has never been up to snuff or your level of calm never met her expectations, you have always butted heads with Sandra.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Butted heads? Butt heads?
you and Sandra always butt heads.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The immature part of me is like, butt heads.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Because
and
that's just part
Sandra
of her.
always Beavis and Buttheads. Yes.
Amazing.
Uh,
Okay. Anything anything else we need to add to Sandra? Is there a mechanical effect for when she
No.
intervenes?
Mm-mm.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What do you want to go to next?
Hmm. Professor Ummel?
Professor Ummel.
Secret radical power source advocate.
Yeah.
Was there anything else about Ummel on the mirror board?
We could take a look.
A bit of a peek, see, wouldn't hurt.
Professor Ummel. Where is that guy?
Where are you at, Ummel?
Oh, here we go. Secret radical power source advocate. Nope.
That was
That
your
is
idea.
that is the thing. That was my idea. Yep. Sure enough.
So that means that instead of being balanced with the solar vibe of this realm,
Mm-hmm.
they have another idea.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Yeah. It's a good question. And why, right? So I think what I was going for was, maybe they have a little bit of uh, a little bit of a prepper vibe to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, what happens if something happened to the atmosphere or the suns or something, and we can't always rely on the power of the suns. Or what if the one that's a red giant finally, gives up the ghost and we have to go to somewhere else and we can't rely on solar power to get from system to system because there's not enough juice. You're not close enough to any of the stars, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it could be something like that. And maybe that's, one of Ummel's goals is to actually help like move and populate other systems beyond this one. So then maybe that's the reason why they're researching other power sources. Radical is an interesting word.
It's interesting to me that they're secret and radical.
Yeah. So I don't know what the power source is, and I
I
don't
feel
know
like
if
it
we
should be
have
something
to.
polluting for sure.
It could definitely be something polluting. Yeah, it could be something polluting, or it could be something
Corrupting.
corrupting. Yeah, that's a better word than the one I was coming up with. Yep, definitely. So if it's magical in nature, it could be corrupting in some way. If it is, more conventional, then easily it could be like a fossil fuel or nuclear or something like that, right?
Mhm.
That has some sort of polluting effect. Um, so yeah.
We could also do something like we could pull in the Fae for this. Like they are
Hmm.
leeching power from the Fae realm without permission,
Yeah, yeah. And so maybe it's not necessarily corrupting or polluting, but it is going
damaging
to result
relationships.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, going to result in bad things in a different way. That could be
Mhm.
kind of cool.
So,
I sort
what
of,
are you leaning towards?
I really like that latter option, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in that case, the beacon, whoever the player is, could have like discovered this, the experiments on this from
Oh,
Professor Ummel and
yeah.
revealed them, and now Professor Ummel's trying to get revenge.
Yeah. So instead of saying secret radical power source advocate, I mean, those aren't awful words, but they
Hmm.
are words we could probably update a little bit.
Sure.
Uh, to be more explicit, we could say secretly researching, uh, yeah, uh, a, uh, let's see, how about this? Tenured at Temperance University
Mm-hmm.
Hummel is secretly researching um, the use of
Fey magics?
Fey magics as a radical alternative power source.
Yeah.
They are looking for ways to power starships. Starships? Starships.
Start ships? They're super starty.
Interstellar starships, I guess.
Scary.
Yeah. Let's see. We are saying you. Yep. You
Yep.
discovered. You discovered their experiments and started asking questions. Too many questions. I don't know.
I like it because it makes it feel like it's still the problem is still ongoing. It's not like a vengeance thing for Ummel right now. They
Right.
might be actively looking to remove you because of your knowledge or your
Yeah.
probing. Yeah.
Which kind of feels like the enemies for this realm are a little different than the enemies in some of the other realms. Some of them are just like actively out to get you, right?
Hmm.
But here's this is such a peaceful sort of place, right? It's like, yeah, you're gonna have enemies, but yeah, maybe it's a little different. I like it. They don't
Me
all have to
too.
be like that, but these two definitely fit that vibe pretty well.
I agree. I agree.
Cool. What next?
I'm gonna let you pick. I picked the last one. The last
Hmm.
two.
Hmm. Okay. Well, let's go on to Tenavel. Tenavel?
Never.
I don't know
Oh
what we had
boy.
for Tenavel on the
I
other
think it's just
board.
wise Fae.
That's all it says. Yeah. Sure enough.
Oh boy. Who is
Well,
angering the wise
the
Fae?
yeah, great question. And what is there about them that, you know? Ooh, and maybe Fae don't have the same restriction, you know,
Oh
as some of the
yeah.
other people, right?
Completely agree.
Like they can let loose. Maybe that's what makes them so mysterious and strange. I don't know. What do you think?
My mind is spinning with ideas and I'm waiting for it to land on a good idea. Um so what could be potentially interesting is if Fae are a different kind of powerful being. Maybe they can alter your emotions. Like an interesting enemy to me is that maybe your emotion is tied to their emotion, and the oracle could roll randomly to see the disposition of Tanavel per trial and potentially give bonuses or penalties to uh glamour checks.
Hmm. Yeah. That's interesting. I think I don't know if we want to tie in specifics
Okay.
on the rules, but we could allude to that and then let the Oracle and player work out how it works.
Mm-hmm.
How would that look if we wrote that?
We also could do something different if we don't want to tie it to emotions or glamour.
I like tying it to emotions, but I don't know if it needs to have a mechanical effect.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that when we get into the troubles for sure.
Makes sense. Um, what do they do to make the Fae bond with them like this? When striking a deal with Tinnavel, you got more than you bargained for.
Yeah, that sounds good. Love that, actually.
Hmm. I'm going to write something and then you just let me know what you think. Their curiosity knows no bounds, and oftentimes you can feel them peering out from your eyes. I swapped it just slightly. Um, uh, while uncomfortable, it's the how do I say this? It's their emotion. Their the real problem lies in discomfort comes when Tenable's emotions seep
Yeah.
through into your own. How do we word that better?
You can feel them peering out from your eyes while uncomfortable, the real discomfort.
I don't like the uncomfortable and discomfort in the same word,
Yeah,
same
agreed.
thing.
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
The real issue?
Um, yeah, we could do that. I was trying to think of. Yeah, the real issue. The real issue
Yeah, I like that. I was just thinking that.
is when Tanavel's emotions seep through into your own.
Yeah, I think that's good. Um, do we want to add anything about like maybe you've tried to stop them and that has aroused an anger like you've never felt? Something like
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yeah, I love that. Any attempts to block this connection have oh, has resulted in fury like you've never felt. That work?
Love it.
Okay. Olas Ibor.
Olas Ebor.
Why am
Guardian
I
of the Fey
picturing like
Shrines.
a big rock golem?
Right?
But how does a
Something, right?
rock golem? How would that work? Maybe Olas is just another Fey. We don't need
Just,
to add another element.
or maybe he's not a Fey.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah? Maybe he is a winged person of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Just an inhabitant of Temperance.
I just said winged. I'm pretty sure
Wing-
that's not how you say that.
Winged?
Winged. Winged?
I feel like I've
Winged.
heard both.
Yeah. Well, you do live in Utah. I think people say things like
That's
winged in Utah.
super true.
Yeah.
And they drop their T's.
Yeah.
Mountain
Mountains.
picture. Pronounce your words. Okay.
Guilty. Very guilty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Olas Ebor, guardian of the Fey Shrines. What do we put here? How have we angered poor Olas?
I don't know. I mean, Olas could also be a Fae. I mean, I'm not saying that's not true, right? It just was proposing other options.
Mm-hmm.
I see them as, like, you mentioned, like a big rock golem. I see them as a imposing figure for sure,
Mm-hmm.
right? The name just kind of evokes that for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was just going to look and see. No, that's really all it says about them. Okay. Cool.
Which means we can take it any direction we want.
We sure can.
The only armed being on Temperance.
Dang.
Doesn't have to be, just an idea.
Yeah. Is that true? Did we not have any? Let's see. I'm looking at the items. Privacy rings, Lyre of Calm, the key, hyper emote. Oh my. Yeah, we don't. We don't really have weapons here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. If they were a Fae, it could also be like multi-armed or something, right? Interesting.
Oh. The four-armed Fey Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Fey Shrine Guardian bearing 4 different weapons in each of its grand arms.
Mm-hmm. That sounds kind of cool. Let's see. Olas cuts an imposing figure with their 4 armed arms. Sorry.
Olas cuts an imposing figure, period. 4 muscled arms branch from the torso, each bearing
What's
nice.
that?
I love that.
Okay.
Self-proclaimed? Damn. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going
I
with
love
it.
that. I love it. Everyone's like, you know
Self-proclaimed.
what? We're not gonna fuck with Olas. If Olas wants to be the guardian, he can be. They can be the guardian.
The Fae are they guardian of the just Fae in general, or is it of the like the henges, or what's our?
I think that we were saying that they were of the henges, right? They're the shrines. They guard the portals that lead from this realm to the next. Of the henges that lead to the Fey realm. Amazing.
Where is the Fae realm? Do you think?
It's like a fully separate pocket dimension within this realm, I feel like.
Okay,
I don't know. What do you think? Are we gonna have the Fey realm be another dimension?
it's a thought.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep that thought up in here.
Yeah. We could pull that into a couple of different realms. We've got our hermit realm that could probably use that as well.
Oh,
If we
you're
wanted it
so
to.
right. You're
Yeah.
so right.
Might be interesting. Okay. Or it's a pocket realm between those two realms, and the only way to get to it is through one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't have a direct connection to the in between, or yeah,
I love that.
that could be really interesting. Hmm.
But how did the beacon anger Olafs?
Great question. You tried to sneak in one too many times. What do you think about that?
I think that's really fair.
Okay.
Okay. Enemies
We have some
done?
enemies.
We have some
Yeah,
enemies.
we
Okay.
sure do.
Shall we do trouble?
I think so, yeah. These are fun.
These are fun.
Yeah.
Abrasive. The force of your emotions is stronger than anyone you've ever met. How fitting would it be if you were abrasive and had Sandra Pritchner?
Oh, she would really dislike you.
She would really dislike you. Okay.
Yeah.
Lonely is so sad.
I know.
All right, okay, we should pick one and focus on it. Because I'm just ping-ponging between them all in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one do you want to start with?
I don't care.
Let's do lonely.
Okay.
This is a glamour trouble. Should it relate to a glamour issue?
Definitely.
Okay. You're removed from your grouping of 81.
Is this a personal hygiene issue?
I don't know. I think we have another one though where you're like stinky or whatever and people don't like being around you.
Yeah, fair enough.
You were removed from your grouping of 81. Banished from your home ship. Will, what if you reduce when you have this one, you reduce your pact emblems by 1 because you can't synergize well with people.
Yep. It's
Is
done.
that too?
No, it's done. No,
Okay.
it's done. Yeah. That's perfect.
Banished from your home ship. You've never felt at peace, a connection. How do I want to say this?
You've never felt
The same connection as you did with your original family.
yeah.
Reduce the number of pact emblems by 1, as you have yet to master synergizing with others. I don't like the way that is phrased at all, but the concept is there. Any suggestions on how to improve that?
Same connections you did with your original family. Reduce the number of pact emblems. Reduce. You. How about if we say reduce your pact's emblems by 1?
Okay. I should capitalize pact.
And apostrophe.
Probably emblems.
There. As you have yet to master synergizing with others. Ooh, synergizing. That
Yeah,
is a
we don't
word.
love that word. Cooperation? Connection?
We already used connection.
We did.
Synergizing's interesting because it has a kind of a good meaning, but have yet to master true
Cohesion?
cohesion. I like that.
Take out with others or just cohesion?
I think with others is good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's very nice. I like that a lot.
Pact emblems hurts, but so cool.
Yeah. Should we go to I really like the blurb for uncalm. I think that's super fun. Your mint dependence. Like you got to have your mint tea or your mint julep or your mojito or whatever.
Your mint gum.
Mint gum in the morning, or you get real grumpy. Yeah, I think that's super fun. Um, hmm.
At the start of the Ensis Trials, roll your, is it prepare? Is that what we're calling it? To see how many you brought with you. We could do that, and then they have to like ration out their mint dependence until they're out, and then a penalty happens.
Yeah.
Is there a better way to do that? Do 2d6 maybe?
Well, it sort of depends on how long maybe you have a mint plant or something, right? But you can only
Oh.
harvest from it every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you over harvest it, it'll kill it. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's sort of like the soil of your homeland for a vampire or whatever
Yeah.
kind of concept.
Do they have to carry their mint plant with them through each trial? Or is it like something that also appears in the in-between, much like the what's it called? Maybe you gain another power. Like what? Oh, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this, Will?
I mean, they could have a backpack or something that they keep it in. Maybe it's
A solar pack? Like it's
so
like
yeah,
has like a circular window and you can see it all like
yeah,
condensation on the inside.
yeah.
That's so cute.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be so fun. What happens if they don't have that? If they don't have it for a trial, reduce your essence
Yeah, I would say so. Let's
because
see.
this is cryptic.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Could be that. Or it could be that you're just really unable to veil anything. Like you're just raw, you know?
I like that. All veil tests are at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Independence puts you in a bad way. I'm just gonna get rid of very in a bad way when you don't get your morning dose of fresh. You can um let's see. What do you think?
A mint terrarium adorns your
Yes.
shoulders in the form of a backpack. This is hilarious.
Do we need them to roll to see if this happens? Is there a roll? So I
What if
think we
they
can
have to?
have that if you lose it, then it's like you just lost it and you don't have it anymore.
Uh-huh.
But as long as they've got it and they protect it, then they just have to make sure that it's like is it getting enough like nutrients like water and other things like that to produce new leaves that you can use.
Do you have to
Um,
do a prepare check
yes.
at every in between phase?
Yeah, a special prepare check. Make a special prepare check. Yeah.
Hmm. I want this so bad.
Uh, uh,
To cultivate your plant.
yes, thank you. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage on all veil checks.
Nope, I had it right. Checks
I before
test.
E except never.
Yeah, I know. On all veil tests during this trial. During just think what would happen if you lost your backpack. There.
You would not be calm any longer.
No. Okay. I like that. That's fun.
Me too.
It's like really fun. Okay. Uh what's next?
Clipped?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
What's the downside? You just have to walk everywhere like everyone else?
You have to be a chump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've lost your birthright of flight. Loser. Walk, I guess.
Right?
Oh, there's actually a drug. Amazing. Beautiful.
There we go.
No,
I
we
think
gotta
that
actually put real words, right?
I think it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, I think we could leave it like that for now. It'll probably get changed before we publish a book, but yeah.
It won't be final manuscript, but that's
No,
beautiful.
but
Okay.
but for a playtest, that's sufficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Incredible.
Abrasive then. The force of your emotions is stronger than anyone you've ever met. Ooh. Even people not from here?
I think that actually is almost a power because think of the influence it would have upon uh coerce.
Right?
You're better at coercing, but you can never sneak.
Yeah. I mean, I think there are a few things you might not be able to do very well, like influence, right?
Mm-hmm. Now this is a violent trouble.
Yeah. Maybe it's timid instead of abrasive. And maybe you can't coerce.
Yeah, we probably do need to change it. That or swap lonely and abrasive. And we could also add to this one if we moved it to violent that you could never take the you could never use impervious fortification on others.
Mm.
Which is a violent ability, I believe.
Yeah, it is. That could be good.
I'm just gonna go peek at that real fast, make sure it works the way that I
Yeah.
remember it working. Choose a pact member. For the remaining of the clash, all incoming death conditions are reduced by 1. So you could still impervious fortification yourself, but you cannot choose anyone else.
Hmm. Yeah. I think that's good. Let's do it. Let's change it.
All right.
Move that. Move that. There we go. So we need to add a little bit here. We'll say the impervious fortification ability. Additionally, the impervious fortification ability may only be used on, may not be used on others.
That's so cool.
There we go. Nice. All right. Abrasive.
As an oracle for lonely, I think that I would come up with like a custom thing where like if they bonded with other people to a certain extent, I'd probably have like a life hazard clock ongoing, like an ongoing for each pact member. And when I felt like they bonded, I would mark a tick. And once they filled the clock for different people, I would allow them to use that impervious fortification on them if
Mm.
they took it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Okay. How do we want to phrase abrasive?
I don't know.
You
What do you
cannot
think?
inspire. You cannot support.
Yeah. You can
Roll with
only,
glamour abilities.
but maybe you are a little better at coercing, right?
Uh-huh. I agree.
Yeah.
You always test with disadvantage on inspire and support. What is the middle one? It's inspire, support, and I lost my brain. Connive.
Connive's
Maybe.
probably okay.
Yeah. Do you think so? If I'm trying to trick somebody and and they are feeling my emotions, despite the fact that they've like, how will that work?
Yeah, good point. So maybe it's just glamour checks,
Mm-hmm.
glamour tests.
Do we want to have it at disadvantage, or do you want to give them like a permanent -2?
Yeah, I think -2 on glamour tests and advantage on coercion.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get there.
Okay. I believe in you.
Okay.
I might add a little more at the front if that's okay.
Absolutely.
The force of your emotions is stronger than anyone you've ever met. And even outside of your realm. Let's do a period and then start with an even.
Even outside of your realm, people just seem not to like that about you.
They impose themselves. They impose it's themselves?
Yeah.
Upon the people around you. Should we say the force of your negative emotions?
I like that, yes. I was just thinking about how we could phrase that.
Because I could definitely see a player arguing, like, hey, but what if I am feeling very good towards this person? And wouldn't that be a benefit? No, it's
Yeah.
just your negative emotions, like, rise up like an ocean wave,
Totally
slamming
went
into
through my
people.
head, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As normal, we're on a similar page.
Mm-hmm.
Items?
I
We
think
are
so.
rolling along through this.
Yeah, we are.
Let me
Yeah,
just look at the powers really fast. We have Solar Surge, Mintology, Fey Touched, and Emomancer.
Okay. What are the 3 powers of the mint?
Well, we're not there yet.
Okay.
That's future Emily and Will's problem, please.
Fair.
Okay.
I apologies. I'll be right back.
Yeah, take your time. Okay, I'm looking at this. We've got glamour. We have the lyre of calm, which is a musical instrument that soothes. That feels pretty self-explanatory. And in this game, we have a different action system where we're going to do like your primary actions and the secondary actions. So I think we have better names for it than that. And using an item is generally a main action. So we need to make sure that this feels powerful enough to justify your main action. So musical instrument that soothes.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
I was just talking about how the Lyre of Calm is like a musical instrument that soothes, and using items in your game takes your primary action. So we want to make sure this feels powerful enough to like use your main action for. Uh do you think that this should be something that affects your allies as the free, like the no essence cost, and then maybe enemies with an essence cost?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Mhm. Now, when we say soothe, what does that mean mechanically?
It's a great question. I don't know. Maybe.
It feels almost like a life clock condition healer to me.
Maybe so. I think that could be good.
We don't have a lot of those, I don't think. I'm mentally running through our list of items and powers. I don't think we don't have very many healing options at all in this game. It's
Yeah.
kind of a lot of the pressure comes from having to manage conditions.
hmm And maybe it prevents either life. We could pick, but I was thinking life um, hazard effects
Mm,
for the cost.
for the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, let's do it. Do you want to
What's
write
this?
it?
What's this thing look like?
What a good question.
Is it white inlaid with gold?
Of course it is. But what
hmm
if it's actually white inlaid with gold and green and it's got like little mint leaves surrounding the hole?
hmm
What do you call that in the middle of a lyre?
Yeah, like that.
Does a lyre have one?
I don't know.
A classical lyre has a hollow body or sound chest, also known as a sound box or resonator, which in ancient Greek condition was made out of a turtle shell.
Wow.
That's cool. How do you imagine this sounds? Or looks? My bad.
Like that. Of white and gold inlaid
Oh, we
with
got Daka in chat. Hey, Daka, how's it going today?
nice. Welcome.
I actually think Daka was part of the Temperance creation.
Oh, cool. So I've got a beautiful instrument of white and gold inlaid with green mint leaves. You've trained with a this. You've trained with this beautiful instrument of white and gold inlaid with mint leaves for years. You've trained for years. There we go.
Unimus.
I got there. Its dulcet sounds
Ooh, dulcet.
soothe your allies, now pact members. Removing one life condition when played. For one essence? Two essence? One essence? One essence. The next life hazard effect is skipped. I don't like those words, but
Prevent the next life hazard effect.
Thank you.
I'm over here interacting with chat and ignoring you. My bad.
It's all good.
Daka says we could call the effect Bardic Minspiration.
Oh my gosh. Sharing that.
Incredible.
All right. Does that cover the Lyre of Calm?
Does it? Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What's next?
I have been staring at privacy rings, trying to determine how we're going to use this cryptically.
Well, definitely plays into Veil.
Yeah, that makes sense. But wouldn't it only work for other people who can sense emotions?
Unless it blocks more than emotions, might block thought.
That's true.
Like other sound. I don't know. I'm gonna go look at what was written about that.
Ooh, good idea.
Um,
Who was that? That was me. I wrote that and I added nothing else.
What do you think?
When I wrote it, I was just thinking that it helps you like just be alone with your own thoughts and emotions. Kind of like the outburst cuffs, but more.
Oh, maybe it goes the other direction so that you can't hear other people's emotions because you probably still can do that even though you're. Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe it actually makes you better at
focusing.
Yeah.
What if this gives you an additional point of essence?
Dang.
Because you're not distracted by other people.
Yeah.
Or you could take, okay, what if it shifts your thing, your bar between essence and endurance, and you can take it off to have more endurance. So it's like a free shifter at any point in time.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. What's the paid version?
I was hoping that you would have an idea for that. Let me put my thinking cap on. Hang on. I've got this. Uh the paid version.
Maybe it helps you enter deep thinking and enables you to decipher better.
Sure.
Or, no, that won't work.
The paid version is that you can pay a point of endurance to gain a point of essence instead of it. Like that's the paid version, and then just in general it gives you more ability to decipher.
Hmm.
But also having it off will help you decipher people, right? Because you understand them better.
True, true. Um,
Maybe we should come back to privacy rings.
sure. I'm
Unless you have
looking
like
at the abilities. I was just thinking it could be cool to have it let you enable an ability, even if you don't have 3 in that skill.
DACA has an interesting thought.
Yeah.
What if it's like an encrypted line where only the two people wearing the rings can hear each other's thoughts?
Hmm. Right.
It does say rings plural.
It does say rings plural. It's true. Maybe it enables 2 people to hear each other's thoughts. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I like that, actually.
It forms an empathetic and a and mental bond.
Yeah.
All right.
An
I think
empathetic
that's pretty
bond. I
sweet.
like the empathetic bond. That's good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have that be the free action, the free ability, and then have you can pay 1 essence to gain 1 health or 1 health to gain 1 essence.
These paired rings connect you with a person of your choice. Establishing. Ooh, how for to spell? I don't know why that's not working. That's fine. I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
These paired rings connect you with a person of your choice, establishing a empathetic. Do we want this to also be mental or thought reading, or just
Um,
emotion reading?
I think empathetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Might be a little OP if it's just all thoughts.
sure.
And
Establishing an empathetic link
yeah, and that fits with the realm as well.
totally fits with the realm.
Yeah. So you can share strong emotions with one person when you're using these,
Mm-hmm. And it
which,
won't like affect everyone else.
right.
Hey, Tori, how's it going? Right. These paired rings connect you with a person of your choice, establishing an empathetic link. Uh, What's the paid version?
You can spend 1 point of essence to gain an endurance, or 1 point of endurance to gain an essence.
How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it.
I
It's
feel like the spending of essence and endurance doesn't necessarily fit with the empathetic link now.
no, it kind of doesn't, but that's okay.
What if you can give each other a point of essence or endurance?
Yeah, I like that. Actually, that's
Okay.
great. Let's do that.
Okay. Just like a slight alteration to the same concept, but to make it
Yeah.
still between those two people.
Yep.
Uh the people wearing these rings, the two of you, may sacrifice essence or endurance to give to grant each other
hmm
how do I want to say this, Will? May exchange essence and endurance points.
I like that. Uh, freely? Oh no, at a cost of 1 to 1. You transfer
Yeah.
1 for 1. So you pay 1, send 1. Like
Yep.
that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Do we want to do an example or no?
Yes, I think that would be smart.
E.g.,
Yeah.
uh, Crand
Uh-huh.
for a name
Mm-hmm.
is out of essence. So their bonded pair,
Paylor.
Paylor. What a great name. It's giving Jarnathan.
Jonathan. Yes.
Jarnathan! Grant is
Uh,
out of essence, so the bonded pair, Paylor,
spends 1 essence to
spends
give them an essence
essence
to
to
power one of
give
their abilities.
an
Powers.
essence.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a knocker at the door.
Or to give them any number of their essence. How's that sound? You
Oh.
can let it be a little
Well, then it's not
more.
1-to-1.
No, it's not. Which is, I think that might be okay though. How do you feel about that?
Yep. Es- essence points. For the cost of one?
May exchange essence endurance points for the cost of. Yeah, we'll wordsmith this later, but I think this is
Sure.
okay. I think the idea is clear, especially with the example.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Fortune. A key.
This one's interesting. Um, we'll have to like really mess with this in order for it to be a thing. So the key could be to a locked door, a locked room at Temperance University, and the only way to get into that door, which is interesting. But it could also have some kind of a connection to whatever's in that room, which could give you something. And it could just all be like hint and innuendo. Like, we don't actually know what it is, but this is the effect that it's giving you.
Interesting.
Or we could say we don't like this idea and we could go back to the drawing board and find another one.
I'm not feeling hyper inspired for a key, but I bet there is something here that we could excavate if we decided to.
Yeah,
What are you feeling about it?
I'm kind of the same. I think we probably could get something out of it. But we could go look and see what else there was too, if you'd like.
Yeah, why not?
All right, I'm gonna change the screen. There we
Okay.
go. There's our goodies. We've got. We do have a vial of mint rot. We have the first julep. We have mint sails. A legendary set of tech wings. Only key to the locked room. Yeah. Emotional destimulator, outburst cuffs. We've already got that. I think. No, we have the hyper emote. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We could do the Fae Finder, but we could alter it to where you can like program it to any realm and find a specific type of inhabitant there. I don't know how helpful that'll be though.
yeah, what would that look like? Should we try it? Or we also have Fey mint bombs.
Non-violent ways to restrain could be useful. We could definitely do the Fae Mint bombs. We could even swap that with the violent if we
Yeah.
wanted to.
It's like you could throw them at people, man, and they would just be like, whoa, man.
They'd be like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that's an option. I don't know.
What are you feeling? What's your vibe today?
So, legendary first, things like that, I don't feel like necessarily. I think they're great for like in world stuff, but don't necessarily lend the gravitas you want for a multiversal type thing for a character.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at, I don't know, the destimulator thing could be really cool.
If I'm being real with you, Will,
Yeah,
I so want it to be the solar skiff. I know that
yeah,
it's in the items that were not voted in. We have the flat ship. I just feel like it would be so cool to be in game, load everybody up on your solar skiff, and hightail it through the realms.
yeah. What would that look like?
I'm picturing like
Like a
a
sailboard?
yeah, kind of like a sailboard, and it's got like a big sail. It's like orange with hexagons on it, and it absorbs the power of the sun and
Mm-hmm.
just skims along the edge of the earth.
Just hovers like just
Yeah,
above the ground. Yeah.
yeah, like maybe a couple feet above the ground. Few people can sit on it. Not the most comfortable thing, but you get places.
I think that's fun, and it feels fortune.
Doesn't it feel fortune-y?
Yeah, it really does. Okay, let's do that.
Okay, let's do it.
The key kind of has the same vibe as the firsts, right? Like it's a really great in-world thing.
But it's hard to bring outside of the world.
Agreed. Uh, solar. Yeah.
Daka
Alrighty.
says a solar-powered ornithopter.
Ah, yes. That's basically what this is, but not really, because it's not going to have like dragonfly wings or anything. But yeah.
Does Skip have two Fs?
Also, we don't want the Herbert family coming after us for using ornithopter. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm gonna put an
I
F in
actually
there.
wrote this one, and I can't. Like, I don't know.
All
I feel
right.
like I should look it up.
I put another F in and it stopped being angry, so I'm gonna say that it needs two Fs.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Interesting. Interesting. I feel
Yeah,
like it's rare to have two Fs in a row.
yeah, yeah.
Frank.
Yeah, it's basically like a rowboat that is propelled in some way without oars. It's like a real small little boat type of thing, but we want it to be a hover thing. So yeah,
Do you want to
hover
write this one?
skiff. Maybe we should say hover skiff. Solar hover skiff. Yeah.
Ooh, I love it when we combine two words together, even if there's not a
We already
hyphen.
have the hyper emote. We might just make privacy rings one word too.
And, well, we should probably do calm liar at
Calm
that
liar.
point.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, it's done. All
Beautiful.
right.
I'm gonna train privacy rings to privy rings.
Good.
It's beautiful. We
Yeah.
make art here. Y'all are welcome to be here and experience this with us. It's like when we get into like the last hour, last 45 minutes, our ideas just ramble down into garbage. It's amazing.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want me to take a stab at this? You want
Yeah,
to take a stab
give it a go.
with my tippy tappy fingers? Okay.
Hmm.
Solar hover skiff. How many people can this fit? Just so I have a mental image.
As many as
A pact.
a pact. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
A
yeah,
pact.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. This long longboard, this smooth. Nope. This hovercraft
There you go.
bears a tall sail that absorbs the power of the sun.
Hmm.
It holding the nope.
Holding the?
I was gonna say like it can bear the weight of an pact with room to seat the whole pact. It skims the landscape. How do we say this? What's its mechanical use? It just travels?
Fast travel.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Incredible speed. It's just flavorly so it's so dope as a flavor.
Hmm.
I'm sure people can find cool things to do with it. But what's its essence? What is its essence thing?
This one might be a little different than some of our other ones. Maybe it just doesn't work if there isn't enough sunshine.
Mm. Do the copy and paste the trouble? Was it a trouble?
No, it's the wings, the
Oh.
solar wings. The
Where did
Oracle
we
may
put
prompt
that?
you to test luck. It's at the top.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I couldn't find
Yeah.
it. Um, I'm just gonna steal this. You want to fix privy rings? Tori has made a really good point, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
They're also not necessarily privacy rings anymore. They're more like empath about empathy based, right?
Yeah,
Soul bond, a bond ring.
soul rings.
Perfect.
Uh, empath rings.
Perfect. Solar hover skiff.
Empathy rings. Huh?
Mm-hmm. What does the solar hover skiff have a paid option?
Um, maybe you can use it on Essence if there's no sun.
Mm. If there is no, if you fail this test,
Oh, we could do that with the. We could do that.
spend.
We could do that with the solar wings as well. We might be learning something here. Um, that could also tie into good old Professor Ummel's alternative power source.
No.
Right?
That's cool.
Yeah. Something for Secrets of the Realms later, perhaps.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, people have some great ideas in chat about the soul rings.
The soul rings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
And now Katie's refining it further, taking out the E for the sun. Soul.
No, that's Magic the
Too far,
Gathering. We're not
Katie.
doing it. No.
Too far.
No.
Katie's crying at her desk at home.
Sorry, Katie.
We love you, Katie. Okay. Hyper emote? Wait, first off, read Solar Hover Skiff because I was just like fiddling off by myself.
Oh, yeah.
And
This
yeah.
hovercraft bears a tall sail that absorbs the power of the sun. With room to seat the whole pact, it skims the landscape at incredible speed. The Oracle may prompt you to test luck to use your skiff.
Your skiff, my bad.
Hover skiff. Oops.
We were typing at the same time.
Yeah, we were. In any trial where there is no sun to see if it still has juice.
Got it.
If you fail this test, spend 1 essence to power the skiff yourself. Yeah.
1?
Yeah.
2?
Nah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what
Good
I
call,
just
Daka.
remembered? We have a device in Magician for this.
For
A traveling item.
do we? Oh, how did we do it
Let me
there?
pull it up. We have Ship Construct. This sharp-edged square can be held in a hand, but when placed and activated, it unfolds and expands in a manner that defies logic. When finished, a vehicle hovers before you. It is large enough for one person and can travel at the speed of a sprint. Spend 1 essence for each additional feature. Back seat. 2 additional seats. May be purchased multiple times.
Nice.
Sky Soarer. Fly high. Speeder. Go really, really fast.
That think that's good then. I think this
Okay.
feels like it fits that. It goes its speed. It holds,
Yeah.
a packed amount of people. I think that's great. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So if you ever want to bring anybody along somewhere that isn't a member of your pack, like someone has to stay behind. So that's,
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's good.
Or
And it,
everyone else can ride your hover skiff while you fly.
yeah, and it really feels like it fits the solar punk sort of vibe of this realm as opposed
Hmm.
to the magician one, which definitely fits magician's vibe. So it's good.
Definitely.
All right.
Okie dokie. Hyper emote?
Hyper emote.
Oh no. Okay. So this is something that overloads emotions. Exacerbates.
Yeah,
Do we want to swap in the mint leaves? Mint leaf bombs? Mint bombs?
we could. Or we could leave this.
We could.
I don't know. What do you think?
Don't ask me these questions. That's what I
Uh,
think. Don't ask me that sort of thing.
Daka says, what if there are solar skiff raiders who drive by mint bomb people and then steal from them while they're too relaxed to fight back?
It seems excessively possible, doesn't it?
Yeah. Definitely a problem for,
A dark age.
yeah, a dark age. Exactly. Love it. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not, I think they're both interesting. Might be easier to make the mint bombs like itemized.
But how do you have like an unlimited supply of mint bombs?
Uh, I don't know. That's a great point.
Also, can you bomb yourself to like give you an overload of some kind?
You're like,
You just like do a Deadpool and you shove it under your mask and hit yourself in the face.
yeah. No, maybe let's do the hyper remote.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to figure out how you can have enough mint bombs to be effective.
You could just have like a tech belt that generates them every trial.
Yeah. Mint bomb belt. Maybe it uses the essence of mint rather than like actual. You could probably make that work. Ah, yes, a garden module for the solar skiff, of course.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. So, what about the hyper remote? How does this impact people?
I don't know why I'm picturing it this way, but I'm picturing it's like a little stake that you put in the ground. It has like a little technical thing on top that has
Hmm.
like a little green flashing light, and it just like sends out these pulses
Mm-hmm.
that affects people in a range.
Mm-hmm. That could be interesting. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. First thing that came to mind for me was like a taser.
Days people feel your emotions.
That's right. It's pretty
Oh my
terrible.
goodness. Favored
Uh,
by therapists everywhere.
Feel, damn you. Uh, okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so on our character, we have this realm really seems to hit glamour quite a lot, I feel
It
like.
hits glamour so often.
Yeah. How does this work from a violent standpoint, I guess?
You can
Hyper
make people
remote.
scared.
Oh yeah, you can make people scared, easier to coerce, right?
Hmm.
Easier to maybe easier to wreck. Uh,
Pacify crowd. Oh, but it's violent, right? It's a violent thing.
yeah.
um What if when this is activated, you have to spend 2 essence for a hazard and players test with advantage against incoming conditions
Mm.
to kind of symbolize the overloaded emotions on the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Training.
Training. Good luck, Tori.
Work.
What
Have
a
fun.
thing to have to do. Okay. How do we want to phrase this? This stake-like device can be planted in the ground and activated, sending out
What if we say a stave-like device? So it's more like
Ooh.
a staff with a pointy end.
Oh, that's so much cooler. This stave-like device can be planted in the ground and activated, sending out a near invisible, a translucent
Hmm.
pulse that exacerbates emotions.
Use of such devices is forbidden among in the Temperance realm. But there's no rule against using them other places. I don't know.
But oftentimes, you are not in the Temperance realm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's its non-cost effect?
That's a great question. I'm gonna write its cost effect while I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
For 2 essence. For 2 essence, this. What did we say? The pact may test at advantage for all incoming conditions. Death conditions?
Yeah. Death conditions or life conditions?
It is violent.
True.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's great.
All right, free cost.
Pact members get +1 direct tests.
Ooh. Members, all of them, or just yourself?
Oh, I think all of them.
When activated, it grants
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please. Please. I can't find the plus. There we go. No, I didn't. Why can't I do this? There we go. You said rec tests?
Mm-hmm.
What you think? What you think?
I think it's good. I like it. We're gonna wreck it.
We're gonna wreck it. Okay, we're down to powers.
Okay.
How you feeling on freshness, by the way? Like, I know that we're minty fresh because we're in the Temperance realm, but
Super
we're
minty
approaching our
fresh.
2 hours. Do we want to
Yeah.
try and just like finish off Temperance, or should we save it for next time?
I don't know. What do you think?
We could try to do 1 power and just see what happens. I've got time. See if
Okay.
we're inspired. But that Mintology one, wielding the 3 powers,
Ah, the 3 powers of the mint.
it's got me a little nervous.
Uh-huh.
We'll be fine though.
Yeah. Solar Surge feels like,
Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. They Touched could be really interesting.
Calling the power of this.
Emomancer.
Yeah, you gotta manipulate them emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Emomancer could be a great support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we don't actually have a ton of aiding options in this game. Aiding only happens that's granted from powers
and items.
or items
Yeah.
or abilities.
Or abilities.
So it could be. It feels like a very, very theme to this realm to maybe have a support class.
For sure.
Okay. How do we want to do this?
Solar Surge. Call on the power of the sun. What if this adds like a gleam to all the weapons in your pact, making it just a little bit easier for opposing hazards to become distracted?
I think that's pretty dope. What is that? What mechanically, how does that work? How does that function? Here I came with questions that you, my bad.
Maybe
How
it
could
makes
I?
it maybe it gives a bonus to deter. I don't think we have a lot of bonuses to deter.
Yeah, we could do that.
Could be interesting. Or it could have an impact on hazard effects. Or yeah. Or we could just, blast sunbeams at people and make laser holes in them.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a couple of different options. We've done that for a few powers.
We could melt people's wings.
Oh. What if you had different solar stances you could go into? So you could have like the solar stance of defense where like the sparkle or the brilliant flares of the sun surge around the group and it gives everybody advantage on deter checks. Or you could do, and then you could do the solar making laser holes is basically my favorite thing. What does that mean, Daka? What does that mean? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information.
Yeah, no, I think that's a cool idea to break it down and have there be different options, right? It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Call on the power of the sun. We're gonna go with I'm just gonna call it solar defense
Hmm.
and solar. What do we want to call the offensive version? Offense.
Yeah.
Solar strike.
Yeah.
Call on the power of the sun, or should we say you have refined the sun stances?
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
Yes.
We've been combining so many words. I had to.
Hmm.
Okay. Solar flare is low hanging fruit. Accurate, Daka. Accurate. But I'm going to use that literally right now. A solar flare shines around your group, blinding your foes.
Yeah.
How many essence? One per clash?
Yeah.
Essence per clash. Grant advantage on deter and veil.
Nice.
That sound good?
Yes.
I don't believe you, Daka. It was obviously super negative. And then solar strike. A sunbeam bursts from your palm, lasering holes through everything in your path.
Yeah.
That was for you, Phil. Thanks. Um, but for realsies, what do we want this to say? Help me find the words.
Um, Maybe it comes from, I mean, maybe it comes from your eyes though, right? Like I
Oh,
know we
funny.
haven't I know it's kind of a Superman cliche, but or Kryptonian cliche, but it could be fun.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I kind of love that. Um, okay, let's see here. Let's see here. How do I want to phrase this? Internalizing the heat of the sun. Your eyes shift colors as you fire a beam from them? Question mark? There has to be a cooler way to say this. Your eyes shift colors when in this stance. For one essence, make a solar attack
Yeah.
from a solar gaze attack.
There you go.
There we go. There we go. We're getting there. We're going to find the words eventually. For one essence, make a solar gaze attack. What's the bonus? Plus ticks, advantage, +2 to your TN.
I think it's ticks.
How many? Double?
Mm,
Then it should be for 2 essence if it's double.
What if it's 2 essence for 2 ticks?
For 2 essence, make a solar gaze attack.
Or maybe 3.
3 essence and 3 ticks?
No, 2 essence, 3 ticks.
Add 3 ticks to your success. Like that?
Yeah.
In addition to any successes?
No, because it's not a... This
Oh, you're
isn't
not
a roll.
testing
This
at all?
isn't a
You're just
test.
gonna straight up 2
Yeah.
essence, 3 ticks? That's so OP. I love that. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
And the way this is set up, you can only do one a clash anyways, so that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy with Solar Surge.
Cool. It's a good one.
How do you feel? Or should we wrap here? Should we keep going? I've still got coffee. Blessed be the caffeine.
Yes.
It makes the heart go boom boom.
Boom, boom. There's only 3 left. I don't know.
There's only 3 left, and then we can say that we finished Temperance. It'll be done forever until we edit it and redo everything, but that's fine.
Right. Yeah. That's usually a little easier. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Emomancer feels like a fairly easy, straightforward one.
Sure.
Okay. Do we want this one to be support like we were saying?
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. What type of support do we want to give?
All the supports.
You are the supportiest guy around.
Yes.
Able to weave the emotions of those around you. You lift others up to their best selves.
Mm-hmm.
I hate supportiest guy around. I'm just gonna quite quietly delete all of that.
Okay.
How?
So, how about this? What's normal sort of support tests? How would you see, like, how do we normally use support tests when we're playing?
When we're playing a game?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good question, because we were just talking last week about changing how we do support.
Very true.
But we haven't actually implemented that change yet. It's concept, not rules is written.
Right.
Okay. But supposedly, people would be able to make a support test in order to grant a +1 or 2 to somebody's target number, I believe is what we said.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how many successes they get is the bonus to the target numbers.
Yeah. On other tests of...
On other.
Whatever kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say this could be something that improves that ability if we went that direction.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So the ability for the skill is
so they still have to make their test and do the thing, but if they spend this, then they can... So it's in addition. It's a free action to take with a normal support test.
Okay.
Right?
Free action with a support test.
Yeah, so maybe it gives an extra +2.
Oh, why can I never find my plus sign?
It's a great question.
+2
Mm-hmm.
to target numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 essence.
Oh yeah.
So this means that they're going to be able to use this power in addition to the skill test, which is actually a secondary action. Do we want to have something they can use for a primary action with this, or do you think that's good enough?
No, it feels like this could be really easy to use as a secondary action, right?
Yeah.
With the secondary action. And so they
Hmm.
can still do something else because
As their main.
it's just their like it's an ability, right?
Yeah. Um, we could kind of pull in the ability from support as well, which can exchange, or you can take on other people's pain, right? You can take like the, what is it called? Share the pain.
Share the pain. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go look at this real fast because I'm not sure if I'm remembering this correctly. Do do do. When a companion's life condition track is on the line, you may move one condition from them to any of your life tracks. So, what if we had a 3 cost ability where you could take anybody's uh, a condition from anybody and put it on yourself?
Yeah. I think that's good. Um I mean, but they may have share the pain. Maybe we could make it, what if we just said you can use share the pain even if you don't have. We talked about that earlier today. Like maybe you just get access to that ability no matter what.
Ho 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 ho! I like that. For 1 essence. In addition, I already have additional in the previous sentence. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Take, share the pain as a free ability.
Yeah.
That sounds strong enough for glamour?
Heck yeah.
All right, cool. Mintology and Fey Touched. Which one next?
These are the most challenging ones, I think.
They really are. We saved the worst for last.
Yeah. Wielding the 3 powers of the mint. Uh,
Sometimes we just have fun, and that's okay.
yeah, yeah. What the heck are the 3 powers of the mint?
Okay, so for this, we base them off of 3 different varieties of mint. If we want to pull ideas from like real life, we could look up those 3 different kinds of mint and see if they have any like keywords that are like associated with them, or we could just make something up.
I don't know that they do have significant differences
That's
other than
fair.
maybe where they grow or things like that, right? Like mint is kind of mint, right? I mean, the flavor's a little bit different, but the effect is essentially the same.
Calamenta. My page is loading.
If we were to make some up, we could just take
Okay.
calming.
Mm-hmm. I just looked up Calamint.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep actually, sorry, you continue going with your thought before I interrupt you with mine. My
No,
brain
go
got too
ahead. What's
excited.
calamint say?
So Calamint has herbal property. Its herbal properties is that it was used as a medicinal herb in medieval times.
Hmm.
So it has um, helps with the stomach, helps treat depression, insomnia, and painful menstruation.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
So we could have calming, Uh, relieving.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need one more.
Spearmint properties is balancing of hormones, lower blood sugar, improved digestion, and also reduces stress and improve memory. Memory is an interesting one.
Memory. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we might have three. So calming, relieving. We need to find another word for memory, but I think that'll work. So if I'm going to type here,
It's amazing that all these different kinds of mints have such variety of treatment abilities. The mentha species helps prevent cancer development, anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic, and cardioprotective effects. How weird is that? All right, sorry. I'm done being distracted.
so how about healing, calm, and memory?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Okay, healing, calm, and memory. Oh, that so fits fortune too.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Um, I can spell. Your excessive study of the three varieties of mint um, have granted you hidden knowledge, a deeper understanding. Mint. Do you have any ideas for any of these?
What if we say grants? Well, I mean, memory is interesting, right? We could potentially look at something with acumen for that.
I think it would absolutely fit acumen. It could be acumen, or you could allow people to ask a question at the beginning of a trial, specifically from like either basic questions or maybe mystique.
Oh yeah, questions could be cool. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be neat. Um, yeah, that's the one that comes to me immediately. I think.
Spend how much essence in order to do this, though?
One for one.
Okay. Do you want to type this one? I noticed your cursor's there.
Sure.
Okay.
about that?
I love that.
During a deep meditative state allows you to access memories of other realms. For one essence, you may ask one mystique question.
Cool.
There we go.
Is that kind of like the moon ability?
It is, but it's a little different.
Okay, I'm down for it then.
Yeah. That one lets you do it once per trial, and it's 1 for 2, I think, and only basic questions.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Then calm. Soothe the ire in social situations.
Yeah.
Shorten life can hazard life clocks by 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. You should write that.
Okay, I will. You how do I want to say this? How does this look? How are you doing this? Maybe it's their maybe it's something we need to leave up to the player. The powers of mint.
Mm-hmm.
One essence. 1 or 2?
Start with 1. Let's see how it plays.
Maybe you can only do it once per hazard.
Yeah, I like that. You can't make them so calm.
Yeah, you could really nerf it. The power of mint compels you. That's so good. Okay. Healing. Once per person per trial for 2 essence. Remove a point from a endurance track.
Yeah.
What if we made it unusable in combat? Like, given enough time to tend to wounds.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's just magical?
Regain an endurance. Yeah, I like it.
Time to treat the...
We don't have a lot of things that grant more endurance, so that's good.
Once per trial per person. Does that make sense? Feels like difficult wording. Once per trial and alleviate. I need to learn how to spell. Once per trial per person. What you think?
Maybe 1 to 1. No,
1 to
it's
1?
once per trial. Make it 1. Yeah, make it 1 to 1. I think 1 to 1 is
But
good.
it's once per trial per person, so you could treat every single person in the group.
In the group, yeah, but only with 1 endurance.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. That feels pretty good to me.
Cool. I
The
like it.
last, the last one.
Fey touched.
The last mammoth. I don't even remember what that's from.
Sounds like Ice Age.
It does sound like Ice Age.
But I think it was like the last oh, now I can't remember. Some kind of a vegetable or something, I think. Yeah.
Okay, Fey touched. I I don't know what to do for Fey touched. I have like zero ideas.
Um
Your skin is purple. Oh, you spend too much time? I love where this is going already. If this isn't paired with Tanavel the Wise, I will be upset.
yeah. You spent too much time obsessed with the hinges and have a random effect. And a slightly odd appearance. I think this deserves a table.
A table?
I know.
It's been a minute since we've done one of those in a
It
dimensional
has.
realm. All right, let's give her a go.
Okay. Let's just move it there. There. Okay. How do we want to make the table work? How many items do we want on the table?
A D4 and a D6 are always easy to roll.
Yeah. Although we
I
don't
don't want to do
necessarily.
22.
No, no. We could also do ranges of cards from the
That's a
deck.
really good point. That's a
Yeah.
really good point. King through
Uh,
page, or king and queen, then
yeah.
page through.
Or you could do, you know, swords, coins, wands, and cups if you wanted
That's
to.
so much easier. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. Um, suit. Uh, we have the order wrong on all of our dimensional realms. We're gonna need to change that
It's been a
someday.
problem for a long time that
I
is
know.
becoming increasingly annoying to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So I'm gonna put it in the right order, I guess.
Okay.
I know.
Glamour, violent, and cryptic. Do you mind if I bio super fast while you do this?
Go for it.
Be right back.
So I've got fortune so far. I'm putting down a few ideas here. Sorry, I kind of went quiet for a second. So we've got the Fey touched concept. We said that it has a random effect with a slightly odd appearance, and draw a card to see what happens. I'm just going through doing the appearances. So we finished up Fortune and Glamour and Violent and Cryptic. So for Fortune, I'm just doing the appearances right now. So your eyes flash green, and just a touch of it doesn't leave. It's there. And maybe your eyes are always growing just a little bit more green. And this is like a brilliant, maybe I need to make that apparent.
That's so cool.
Brilliant green. Yeah. And then for glamour, your ears grow ever so slightly more pointed.
Okay.
I think the teeth could sharpen for violent. I don't know what cryptic gets though. What do you think?
Your skin color changes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What color does it change to?
I think we can let the player decide.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Uh, okay. And then we have to figure out what their effects are. Any thoughts?
Sure. Only so many. All right, so this is Faye, right? What if for glamour, your ears grow slightly more pointed and also you're able to deduce inner desires?
Yeah.
Do they get, oh, but they're only gonna get one of these, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Inner desires. So cool. Fortune could be oh gosh, I just had such a cool one and now my brain quit working. Hang on. It's coming back to me.
I have a thought for this one if you don't.
Go for it.
Uh, when using luck, you may choose to remove cards or not.
That's huge, Will. Even if that's your
Or
only power that you
one
have, that's
estimates
OP.
per luck roll. Luck test.
That is so cool. I think people will love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's sweet.
Thoughts on the other two?
Okay. Cryptic and violent. I like that we were like, this is going to be the last one. And then we
I
turned it
know.
into 4.
Turned it into 4, yeah.
That's
Good job,
iconic,
us.
us.
Yeah,
It's
it really is.
iconic to what we do. Okay. Violent. Because the teeth are sharpening, I kind of love the idea of like shifting into another form.
Mm. Yeah. And that's part of the Fae thing from the realm as well, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to gain a companion through relationship with Fae like some people do.
Yeah.
And so this is, your fey touched a little bit, and so maybe you take on, yeah, you can shift into, um,
A
yeah,
more feral version of yourself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For one clash
Oh, you think one clash?
hazard.
I think I should last a hazard. It'd be so annoying to have to keep redoing it for a transformation.
Yeah, fair. For one essence, what's this do for you?
I think we should have it be multiple essence, and that it should give you a +4 on rec and crack tests, or maybe just rec and deter.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe all violent.
Sure, I'm happy with that. I would definitely be coerced by somebody who just shifted
Yeah.
randomly and is threatening me.
Okay.
Love it.
Like that. Like that. Very nice. Very nice.
Cryptic.
Cryptic.
I have two ideas.
Okay.
Well, they're kind of the same idea. But you could, with as cryptic, you could change your animal companion if you have one,
Mm-hmm.
similarly to violent, or you could summon one for a clash or for a hazard.
That'd be interesting. I had a full left field thought from that.
Share.
What if this is like the power of riddle? Maybe you can
Ooh,
confuse someone with a riddle or something, right?
I'm super down.
But I like
I'm
the idea of
super
being able
down.
to summon something. I think that's really cool too. The friends with wings. Should do a sub table inside the table. Roll, yeah.
Tables
22
and tables and
options. 22
tables.
options for the type of mythical creature that you summon. Yeah.
Please draw an oracle card to see what sort of creature that you summon. We've got everything from the griffins to the great Binator. It'll be a great time.
Yeah. Could be fun though. Yeah, I don't
How
know.
hilarious would it be though if the Fae are actually stealing creatures from uh Chariot to
You
pair with
know,
people? Because then we could just use the Horn of Calling list.
I'm gonna go look at the Horn of Calling list.
Okay. I should go look at the Horn of Calling list so chat can see.
Oh, it's Harpy, Cyclops, Pegasus, Siren. Hmm. Those are the ones that come by default, but then after you defeat other things, you gain more. Hmm. Did your character take this in our playtest?
No, Matt
No.
did
Okay.
though. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if you were. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I was there. Okay. I've seen it once or twice. Okay. That's cool. Harpies. Okay. Well, that is definitely interesting. Um, or enhance the one that they have, but they have to have one in
That's
order for
true.
that to work. So if they're from Menth, then their animal companion maybe can, instead of just flying you around places, they also can attack, right?
Hmm.
Or maybe they can hide you. I don't know. Like maybe they have a crack or a veil action. Ooh, maybe they have cryptic actions.
Yeah.
There we go. Um, like if it's a sphinx, maybe they have a decipher action. I don't know. I'm just like, uh, yeah. Sphinxes have wings, right? Anyway.
Yeah, they
Um,
do.
so yeah, interesting. Let's see. How would that work? If you have a, if you are Menthian, yes. Oh, but what if you get the thing where you don't have wings anymore? The trouble.
Guess you're gonna have to spend an experience to swap.
Yeah, totes. Okay.
Or you just summon one for the with this ability.
True, good point. Okay. If you are Menthian, your animal companion, excuse me, goodness, uh, gains
A
the
battle form.
a battle form. Yeah. Enabling use your choice of cryptic abilities on
Skills.
skills. Thank you.
You're welcome.
On their own turn. If you're
If
not,
you're not, how many essence? Dos? Tres?
probably three, you think?
I agree. Adding a whole other creature that can act on its own, huge.
Yeah. Cool.
Did we just finish Temperance?
I think we did.
Holy crap.
We even added a
That
table. Like we extended everything about these powers.
this page is so long. This might
Is
be
it?
our longest page.
Oh, we always say that. It's not that long.
Okay.
There's longer ones.
If you say so, Will.
It's done though. That's so
That's
cool.
feels awesome. Thanks to everybody who helped us craft this realm
Heck
and
yeah.
like showed up to the realm creation session a few weeks back. This was awesome. I think we made something really unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Way to go, y'all. All right. Well, we've been Will and M. This has been an Adept Icarus production and all that fun stuff. Like and subscribe and crap. And we'll see you for another one of these. I think we're gonna come back and do, which one did we say? Justice? No. Something.
Uh hang on, let me scroll out. I can look. We've
Something
done the
amazing.
Emperor, we did Temperance, Judgment?
Judgment.
Judgment.
Yeah, Judgment's gonna be a lot of fun. Should we give them a sneak preview at all?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Here we go. So here's Judgment, right? Like There's no sleeping, there's no living things, no afterlife, no courtrooms, and no peace. So,
The old gods have struck again.
that's right. That's all you get. I'm not going to go any more in depth than that. But yeah, we'll be back with Judgment. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see you.
Thank you all for your creativity and time. Super appreciate you.
Thanks all.